Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Tollcross International Swimming Centre for the Scottish National Open Swimming Championships. This is the afternoon session for our Day 1 finals, Session 3. I'm Robert Taylor. I'll be doing the live stream this evening, and with me it's my pleasure to introduce you to Ali Wyke, who's the Director of Aquatics for Scottish Swimming. Hello Ali, nice to have you with us this evening.
Evening Robert, delighted to be here.
Yeah. So finals this evening to look forward to. We've also got some relays to finish. Busy evening. Good 2.5 hours worth of swimming to look forward to. So we'll hopefully take you through this session pretty smoothly. And as you can see, we get underway. We don't have women's 150 IM, but we start with the women's 200 individual medley and progress through the various session. We've got Katie Shannon and Ailsa MacDonald who go head to head. For each of the events, or most of the events, Ali, we have a para final. We then have a B final and an A final. So that's the format for all the events. The last two events, the women's 100, 800 and men's 800 freestyle, these are the two fastest heats that are swim in the finals, and we also have the fastest heat of our mixed 4x100 metres medley relay. Well, we had a couple of para records this morning. We also had the men's backstroke winner, that was Scott Gibson.
Scott Gibson, that's right, yeah.
I think off the top of my head it was something like 24.97.
Yeah, first Scott under 25, yeah. So great job by Scott.
So that will be an interesting, and he actually did that in the heats, and he looked pretty comfortable, so I think we could have another improvement on that. Certainly we're looking forward to that one later this evening. Other things to look forward to, women's 200 butterfly. Ciara Slauson was the fastest qualifier, but we've got Kiana McInnes, so that will be an interesting one, Ali.
Absolutely, and Ciara and Kiana have been going head to head for a number of years together. Yep. I think both of them on the World Junior team in 2017, yep. I think, together as well. So they've been going head to head for a long time now.
So that's going to be an interesting one to look forward to. Of course, we have Duncan Scott in the 200 IM, Evan Jones in that one as well. So that'll be nice to see how Evan does and performs with Duncan in that one. That should be a fairly comfortable victory, so I would imagine, for Duncan. He looked pretty good in the heats today, this morning.
Yeah, he did look comfortable, but in his preparation towards the World Championships, I would imagine he'll be looking to work on specific things within this final as well. He'll be definitely looking to move it on from this morning.
Yeah. 100 free, we have David Cumberledge, who's been round the block quite a few years, and it's good to see David competing at our Open Championship, still going strong at the tender age of 27.
But he was quite late to the sport in terms of the competitive side of the sport, but he's made he made the most of his abilities. He's a medalist from the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. He had a really bad injury over the last couple of years, but he's making a pretty strong comeback, and you never know with the Olympic year coming up.
Yep.
Next year he may well be in the mix.
Yeah, indeed. Lucy Hope in the one prior to that, she'll probably dominate that one as well. Ali, one or two other wee things to look forward to. We've got Archie Goodburn, who also looked pretty comfortable in the 100 breaststroke, so we're looking for good things from not just Archie, but swimmers like Roshna, someone to look forward to. And nice to see that we've got Kathleen Dawson back after injury and everything, so she keeps surprising us and coming back stronger.
A phenomenal athlete, really quite a serious injury, coming back for the second time after doing a cruciate ligament previously. Of course, when she came back from that one, great job, went to the Olympics, world record in that mixed medley, really fantastic. And now she's on the road to recovery again, so I'm really quite well. At Set Collie last week, I'd expect her to be able to just start picking it up again as well, so fantastic athlete.
Yeah. And of course we have a lot of the juniors that have qualified for B finals, and they'll be wanting to do the very best they can before they maybe go away on holiday. Schools broke up just the other day. Some of them will be away on holiday after
hopefully not too many of them. Hopefully they'll be moving on to the Scottish Summer Meet.
Still got Summer Meet and British Championships to look forward to. Well, we get underway with the women's 200 metre individual medley. This is our para-final. Roisin in lane 4, Roisin Rain from the National Centre Limerick, and Merrin Binney from Swim IT. These are the two ladies who have qualified from the morning heats. There are quite a number of para-finals. Not all the events have para-swimmers that took part from the heats today. So one length of each stroke. We start with butterfly, on to backstroke, breaststroke and freestyle. So Roisin Rain from Limerick, got a good contingent over from Limerick this weekend, Ali. So they always make an appearance at our championships. Good to see them as usual coming over and competing against our Scottish-based athletes.
Indeed, always good support from the Irish swimming community for our national meets. Likewise, of course, we have quite a number of our athletes that pop across and do the Irish nationals. And of course, when you're in that close proximity, then it's pretty convenient to do that. But you do get a good range of competition as well, and certainly, helps to motivate athletes to try and put in some of their best performances. So, really great to see them here.
So our swimmer from Ireland coming to the halfway mark, 109.74. And you can see on the screen that 39.15, that was the time that Roisin did for that 50 backstroke. And she's motoring on pretty well. Coming down on backstroke section, Merrin Binney from Swim IT, club over in West Lothian, I think the Bathgate area, Ali. So they do an awful lot of para stuff, that club. And Merrin has about 25 metres still to go on that one.
Yeah, indeed. Swim IT do have quite a strong disability and para section within the club. Merrin Binney, coached by Fiona Donald, is doing a good job with Merrin. I think a number of Scottish records as well. I think she just broke a couple of short course ones last week, so it's obviously in quite good form as well.
She actually got a para record this morning, so reaching a halfway mark, and she turns on to breaststroke now. Roisin coming down, as you can see, and she'll finish the freestyle section and completes the race on a 2:29.09. Nice finish for her. And we'll just keep an eye on Merrin. She's still got a fair bit to go. Nice strong finish, 34.54 for Roisin in that last 50.
Good swim by Roisin, I think. I think she was pretty much on her entry time there as well, so I think she'd be relatively pleased with the performance there.
I think Merrin's entry time was somewhere around the 4:30ish mark, Ali.
Yeah. And with just her coming towards the end of the breaststroke leg, you can see quite a high revving breaststroke just to keep herself moving.
And that completes the breaststroke section. On to the final part, 3:35.52. So let's see if she can get close to that initial entry time of 4:29, 4:30 mark. Always difficult sometimes for these para swimmers where there's only 2 or 3 competing. They're really swimming their own race, and
Indeed, but quite often para side of things is multidisciplinary, isn't it? So you get a range of different athletes in a particular event, which does mean that some athletes are finishing considerably ahead of the others. And quite often it boils down just to a point score, but on this occasion it's just straight up. So Merrin just coming towards the last 5 now, trying his best to finish off the last 50 as strong as she can. Look at that, head down a wee bit there.
That's a pretty good time, Ali. 4:35.18. Improves by a good 5 seconds from this morning. And, I'm sure she'll be pretty happy with that. And those times will go in and they'll calculate it based on their para classification, Ali.
Yeah.
So we now move on to our B final. Our swimmers in this one. In 0 we have Alice Mackey from Harta Midlothian 1, Hannah O'Connor from National Centre Limerick, 2 Evie O'Halloran Hutchison from Derwentside, 3 is Alice Cumming, City Glasgow, teammate in 4 is Amy McLeod, in 5 Krista Wilson, Borough Stockton, 6 Alex McGill, Gateshead and Wickham, 7 Caris Mooney, City Glasgow, 8 is Zara Keegan, Aberdeen for Performance, and in 9 Mia Leach from the city of Cambridge. So 2:30.67. Amy McLeod was the fastest qualifier getting into that B final. But 3 seconds cover the whole field, and you've got a lane, and really any of these swimmers potentially could win this, Ali.
Indeed, and you don't know how the heats have actually gone in terms of their effort as well. So it'll be great to see a close race and a close finish.
I think it's start in lane 5, Krista Wilson, Borough Stockton, Alice Cumming. So it's had a busy programme so far. It's up there along with Alex McGill. And 30.55 after the butterfly. So a good strong backstroke for Alex McGill. Yeah. 19-year-old from Gateshead and Wickham. Over in lane 2, Evie O'Halloran Hutchison from Derwentside. She's well placed. And Krista Wilson, Borough Stockton. So it's 3 English swimmers, 2 from the northeast, 1 from the northwest, all very prominent here, Ali. Alice Mackey's had a good backstroke section. That swimmer. Advantage with Alex at the moment. She's looking pretty strong at this stage, Ali.
She does great first 100, and but we all know that on the breaststroke leg, that's when things can start to change a little bit. But she's certainly got a decent lead at the moment.
Nice long glide, and certainly coming through. Evie O'Halloran Hutchison, Derwentside swimmer, still within striking distance. Well, she's got just over a body length advantage. 1:53.67. There's just over a second. Amy McLeod, Krista Wilson also well in there. Nice turn from the City Glasgow swimmer, Amy McLeod, Ali.
Absolutely.
She's a serious threat now.
Is it starting to get a bit tight up front, and maybe the early pace is just starting to take effect?
And Amy McLeod looks as though she's just timed this perfectly. She was the fastest coming into this, but it's very tight indeed. It looks like Amy McLeod's just going to take this one from Evie O'Halloran Hutchison, and perhaps in lane 6, just hanging on in lane 6 for 3rd place, Alex McGill. Well, cracking race for that B final. 2:29.20. Amy McLeod, Evie O'Halloran Hutchison 2:29.92, and Alex McGill 2:30.03. Just pips Krista Wilson for that 3rd place. That was a good race, Ali.
Yep, you said it was quite tight from the heats, and so it proved when it comes to that race there as well. And Amy McLeod just pacing it perfectly, having enough effort in the last 25 just to finish off at the end and just get her hand in front of the rest.
Yep. So that's the B final underway. The next one coming up is our A final. Our athletes just making their way poolside. So, introduce our swimmers. In reverse order, it looks like. In lane 9, we have Zara Kravis from the East Lothian swim team. In lane number 8, from Stirling Swimming, is Isabel Wood. In 7, from Derwent side, Anna Finlay. In lane 6, from Aberdeen Performance, Orla Adams. In lane 5, from Edinburgh University, Ailsa MacDonald. In lane 4, from Stirling University, is Katie Shanahan. In lane 3, from Aberdeen Amateurs, is Rebecca Reid. In lane 2, from Stirling Swimming, Susie McNair. In lane 1, from the city of Peterborough, is Belle Cameron. And in lane 0, from Ards, is Bethany Firth. This is the women's 200 metres individual final at our National Open Championships. So Katie Shannon will be a strong fancy. You would expect in this one, Ali. It's a question of maybe who's going to be second and how tight the second place could be.
I think so. I think Katie's obviously in great form, qualified for the World Championships as well. An excellent performance down in Sheffield. She's going to dominate this race, I would expect. Good form against Set Collie last weekend. So out in 29.4 there, so she's gone pretty swiftly on the first 50.
Looking good already. Ailsa MacDonald's been progressing quite steadily over the last year or two, Ali. Putting other bits of the IM together. Always been very good at breaststroke, but adding sort of backstroke and even her freestyles improved quite substantially.
Yeah, and she's worked her socks off for a number of years now.
Yeah.
I mean, originally I think it was Northampton, I think she was from,
yeah,
and now up at Edinburgh University. But even through the hard times, she's worked her socks off, and here she is in a national final and really getting into the race for second place now.
And Susie McNair, the 16-year-old, over in lane 2. There's another swimmer that's, as I said earlier, sort of adding a stronger breaststroke into her repertoire, which she didn't really have maybe a couple of years ago, Ali, and that's helped her massively in the IM, especially on the 400, where she's probably a wee bit better in the longer distance.
Yeah, indeed, and you can see the difference in her stroke now. She's a lot longer with it, something that she's been working on. And she's now turned in 141, so she's looking pretty solid on this one. She'll be getting quite close to the time that she did last weekend. I think she went 2:11.5 last weekend, so won't be a million miles away, maybe just outside, but we'll see. Maybe a 2:12.0.
But you can see the quality that we have in Katie Shannon here. Looking very strong indeed. And 2:12.16. Pretty
not far away.
Yep. Ailsa MacDonald just hanging on to get second ahead of Susie McNair. That's not quite right. I'm pretty sure that we've got a soft touch in lane 5. We did have some issues with lane 5 during the day. Sometimes the touch is not quite spot on. I think we've now got 2:20.44 appearing for Ailsa and 2:20.54 for Susie McNair. So that's a 1-2-3, and Orla Adams just missing out on a podium position. That's another swimmer that's been around for a long time, Ali.
Indeed, and some good racing there. I would imagine Katie will be quite pleased with that, depending on what she was working on that particular race. But it was a close race for second and third and fourth, wasn't it? So really good job from those girls.
That's kind of what we expected there, Ali. A good race for the minor places. That's what we had. So that concludes the women's 200 metres individual medley. we now move on to the men's, and we have two swimmers in our para-final. We have in lane 5, we have Declan Lascelles from South Lanarkshire, and in 4 from Aberdeen Performance, Jack Milne. So both these lads will be in the water very shortly. And again, different classification. Jack Milne S14, Declan Lascelles S9. And, so if we had Paul Noble with us, Paul would be able to give us a full insight and everything in what the classifications are and the abilities of these lads. Paul not with us today, but he may well be over the weekend, so you may hear Paul Noble's dulcet tones tomorrow or Sunday. That's something to look forward to, Ali.
Indeed,
for the para people.
Extensive knowledge in that area.
So both off to what looks to be a nice clean start. Jack Milne in the white cap as an entry coming into the final, 2:25, and Declan 3:25. So this will be kind of like the previous one, where Rasheen and Merrin, different times, and obviously be pretty well spread out, but it's about trying to improve on those entry times and putting in all the bits of hard work that they've been doing over the last few months. Jack Milne now about halfway down the backstroke section. Declan now into his second section. It'll be important to keep the body position nice and steady here, Ali.
Indeed, I think backstroke's probably, I would say, Jack's weakest out of the 4 strokes. Although look pretty tidy there.
Yeah.
Certainly breaststroke probably is his strongest part of the event, and although he was 225 this morning, I think his best is around 220, 221, something like that. So he's doing a good job at the moment as Declan comes round to finish his first 100.
Yeah, 1:30.76 for Declan. And looking pretty strong coming down to finish the breaststroke section. And that was a pretty fast 42.51 compared to the 38 on the backstroke, Ali.
Yeah, and you'd expect him to come down really strong down this last 50, although he's just starting to look a wee bit tired there, so he's maybe put the eggs in the basket over the first 150. I would have expected, if he turned in 151, he would have been nicely inside that time of this morning. But here he comes anyway into the last 15.
Well, 2:25.29 was what he did. It's just a fraction of that, 2:25.77. Declan, as you can see now, just completes the breaststroke section. And just over 105, so 2:36.19. And he's got to come back very, very strongly to maybe get close to that 3:25, Ali.
Indeed, you can tell that he's working really hard down that last 50, isn't he? He's done a great job.
Certainly getting those arms going really fully through and trying to get the leg kick as best he can. Looking very strong with 10 to go. And getting plenty of encouragement from the gallery. That's good to see. And Declan completes. That's a really, really strong finish. And unfortunately, after all that effort, disqualification for lane 5. Well, he'll be disappointed, I'm sure, but he'll know that he gave it everything, and his coaching team will be, I'm sure, pretty happy with that.
Indeed, and of course the important thing is to find out exactly what the disqualification was for, so that you can try and pick that up for the next time round as well. But nobody can doubt his efforts there.
Yeah. So our B final just about ready to get underway. N0 we have Logan van der Meulen from Stirling Swimming. 1 is Finlay Wallace, Aberdeen Dolphins. His teammate Dean Fern goes in 2. 3, Scott Fleming, South Lanarkshire. 4, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. 5, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swimming. 6 is Luke Hornsey, East Lothian Swim Team. 7, Joseph Martin, Derwentside. 8, Harper Whitehead, Stirling University. And 9, Connor Mitchell from the Wanderers Bass Club. 2:15s through to 2:17s, Ali. So again, barely 2.5 seconds cover the field. Nice strong start from Dean Fern, and Dean went out very strongly in the heats on the butterfly section. Probably this is the strongest of the 4 disciplines for Dean.
Yeah, well, he's not bad on the other ones.
I know he's pretty good on the other ones.
But you know, Dean is going off to the European Youth Olympic Festival in a couple of weeks' time, and then off to the Commonwealth Youth Games as well. So quite a busy summer season for him, but an exciting one, no doubt.
Indeed. And Dean looking very strong already. But, you would expect that some of the rest of them to come back after the halfway mark. Looking good is Luke Hornsey from East Lothian. He's gone into second. Very close behind Robert Burgess, Nathan Campbell, and Joseph Martin. We'd expect Robert Burgess to come through strongly in the breaststroke section. Dean Fern, a nice advantage, Ali, at halfway, 58.96. He's got 2.5 seconds advantage. He'll need that, you kind of fancy, to take this.
I think so, but I mean, he's looking pretty good actually, and probably his breaststroke again would be his weakest. I think he would probably acknowledge that as being his weakest event, but look as though he's done a wee bit of work on that. It's looking a bit longer. And he's still got a decent advantage. Still got a bit, 50 to go.
Still got a wee bit in hand.
Is he going to turn and go?
Well, it has cut back. It's 1700ths between Luke and Dean. I thought Dean actually was still leading.
But Hornsey now with his strong freestyle leg. He's got a good distance freestyle background as well. He's coming through really strong.
Well, this is all over now. As you see, Ali, Luke Hornsey just beginning to pull away. Just using that maybe a wee bit more experience. And 2:09.35, Dean Fern 2:12.11. And Robert Burgess 2:14.25. Well, that's a very strong swim from the East Lothian lad.
Very good, and I think the good thing for him is he looks strong towards the back end of the race, and for the events that he, I suppose, favours, the 400, the 800, the 1500, that probably looks good for later in the week, and maybe even later for later in the summer as well, actually. So.
A pretty decent time as well. Second place, Dean Fern, 2:12.11. Sure, he'll be pretty pleased with that one as well. Very much around his entry time. So that concludes our B final. We now welcome our athletes as they make their way poolside for our A final. So 9-0. In 9 we have from the National Centre Limerick, Ronan Kilcoyne. In 8 from Derwentside, Jay Manners. In 7 from University of Stirling, Don Bissett. In 6 from Stirling University is Angus Allison. In 5 from Stirling University, Duncan Scott. In 4 from Stirling University, Evan Jones. In 3 from Stirling University, George Smith. In 2 from Perth City, Evan Davison. In 1 from Stirling University, Pierce Greening. And in lane 0 from Stirling University is Josh Pearce. Well, this one obviously dominated by Stirling University swimmers, but we've got a good youngster in Evan Davison in lane 2. That's Jane Manners from Derwentside, and Irishman Ronan Kilcoyne in lane 9. But, as we said earlier, strong fancy in this one will be lane 5, Duncan Scott. Entry time of around 1:55, but 2:08. And just pulled out a wee bit extra in the heats just to ensure that he was going to win the heat. I'm sure he'll be working a bit harder than this one. After a nice strong start already is Duncan.
Yeah, and you'd expect his training partner Evan Jones to be up with him at the first 50 as well. It's just not far off him at the moment. And Evan, of course, trains with him day in, day out, so he's, I'm sure, picking some things up, learning a few tricks of the trade along the way.
Yeah. Angus Alice and George Smith in the two other centre lanes, just in third and fourth. Also going pretty well. Pierce Greening in 0 for third place. But really it's first and second should be as it is at the moment, Duncan and Evan Jones. So 55, 64, 57, 33. The rest all vying really for third place, Ali.
Yeah, absolutely. Duncan looking pretty solid at the moment. A good flying back leg there. And he's moving away now on the breaststroke, and Evan just chasing him at the moment. Looks like the race is in for third place now.
Yeah, George maybe just going past Angus Allison. And, Pierce Greening still well there in lane 1. And Angus Allison, in fact, is possibly pulled into third place just as Duncan Scott and Evan Jones turn. And Duncan Scott well clear of Evan Jones.
Yeah, Duncan, I think, was around 158 last week in Italy, so I think he'd be just about the same just now, just maybe right there or thereabouts. And Evan Jones is coming through for second place.
Just inside the 2 minutes for Duncan. Evan Jones second, and very tight for third. George Smith, I think, maybe just got third. He did by 800ths. Well, it was another tight finish for the minor places there, Ali.
Indeed, and some of these swimmers very much using the racing here as part of their preparation for the meets later on in the summer. There's nothing that can take away from the racing preparation. I think that's really important that they're in there competing against each other. I mean, you can do time trials all you like in your pool, but at the same time getting up there and racing a competition, I think it just makes all the difference.
So that's us finished with the first two events. Our IM is done and dusted. We now move on to 100 freestyle for the women, and we have our para finalists are just about ready to come poolside. That's 6 swimmers taking part in this one. So just being introduced to the gallery. Okay. Our screen will hopefully pan on to those swimmers very, very shortly. And indeed we have our swimmers making their way poolside. And Benny back poolside in lane 7 from Swim IT. In lane 6 from Carnegie is Katie Peake. In lane 5 from Stirling University is Abby Kane. In lane 4 from Aberdeen Performance, Tony Shaw. In lane 3 from South Ayrshire, Emma Emery. And our final participant in lane 2 from Aberdeen Performance is Tegan Davidson. So this is the final of our para swimmers for the 100 metres freestyle for women. So Tony Shaw and Abby Kane, the 2 middle lanes. Lots of experience at this level, Ali.
Yeah, huge experience now for someone who's still quite young.
Yeah,
so Good to see her. She's going off to the World Championships in Manchester in the summer. It's good to see her back racing though.
So Abby Kane in 5, just with the advantage from Tony in 4. Katie Peake and Emma Imrie in 2 lanes back in 6 and 3. So Abby's just about half a second clear, and the race certainly on down the final stretch. Katie Peake looks as though she's gone clear in 3rd place from Emma Imrie. And the other 2 swimmers just turning now. Oh, it's very tight now, and here comes Tony Shaw, just timing this perfectly, and she's just eased back into the lead, and it's very tight at the end. It's just going to be Tony Shaw, but there's very little in it here. Tony Shaw just takes it. Abby Kane in 2nd, and coming down into 3rd place is going to be Katie Peake, just ahead of Emma Imrie. Another good race there, Ali, for both 1st and 2nd and 3rd and 4th.
Really good.
Good to see that.
Really good racing, and Abby and Tony have been friends for years now as well. So 1 up for Tony on that one.
Yep. Tegan Davison from Aberdeen Performance, she completes her race very much on the time she was earlier today, and Merrin Binney from Swim IT. That's a good time, 1:48, just a little bit faster than she was earlier on. But, 2 girls in the middle, much faster than they were earlier on. Katie Peake also a wee bit faster in 3rd place. So that will be our 1, 2, 3 for our para final. Ladies are all ready for our B final. So there on your screen we have in lane 0 from City of Glasgow, Ella Stevenson. In lane 1 from Warner Baths is Ashley Drake. In 2 from the National Centre Limerick, Daniela Farrell. In lane 3 from Swimming Lothian, Melissa Mainwaring. In 4 from Perth City, Catherine Redfoot. In 5 from Aberdeen Amateurs is Rebecca Reid. In lane 6 from Stirling University, Paige van der Westhuizen. In lane 7 from Swim West Lothian, Natalie Marshall. In 8 from South Ayrshire is Amber Stevenson. And in 9 from Stirling Swimming, Isabel Wood. 2 girls just under the minute, 59.33, 59.56, Catherine Renfrew and Rebecca Reid. The rest 1 minute plus. And again, important to get a good start, and again, anyone really could take this one, Ali.
Yep, I was extremely close from the heats. Looks like maybe Rebecca Reid there from Aberdeen just taking the lead at the moment. She's just out of the tune at IM as well, isn't she? So enjoying her swimming at the moment.
Maybe better a wee bit longer distance, but she does a bit of everything, Rebecca, and at the moment still just hanging on there. Catherine Renfrew trying to get back at her. It's very tight with 20 to go. It's still Rebecca Reid who's just holding on from Catherine Renfrew, who's finishing like a train. Rebecca Reid and Catherine Renfrew. It's Catherine Renfrew who's maybe just going to get up. Catherine Renfrew, Rebecca Reid, and I think in lane 2, Danielle Farrell. Oh, Paige van der... Well, we'll wait for that just to be confirmed. I think Danielle Farrell was 3rd. Well, my eyesight isn't too bad, Ali. Catherine Renfrew, 59.33, 59.62, Rebecca Reid, and 3rd place, Danielle Farrell on a 59.91. Another strong finish, Ali.
Yeah, and it's lovely to see Rebecca Reid swimming. I mean, she's been in sport for a good while now, actually, and she's still getting faster at her
tender age of 21.
Tender age of 21, that's right. Spot on. But again, another athlete's maybe been through 1 or 2 years when it's been a wee bit tough, but it's great to see her back on form at the moment. Great job. But a nicely timed finish from Catherine Renfrew there as well. You know, came through strong in the last 25. managed to get a really good finish, get her hand in first.
So this is our A final. This in lane 9 we have Mary Mishenko from Aberdeen Performance. In 8, City Glasgow's Drew Mackenzie. In 7, from Stirling University, Lucy Grieve. In 6, from Mount Kelly, Megan Barnes. In lane 5, from Stirling University, Evie Davis. In lane number 4, from Stirling University, is Lucy Hope. In 4, from Edinburgh University, Katie Goodburn. In lane 2, also from Edinburgh University, is Nicole Uki. In 1, from South Ayrshire, Kira Sterica. And in lane 0, from Stirling University, Elena Morgan. That's the final for the women's 100 metres freestyle. It's still great to see Lucy Hope competing at 10 the age of 26, Ali, and still competing at a high level.
Oh, very high level, going off to the World Championships in the summer in Japan, Fukuoka. So, yep, she's doing a great job.
So we've got Katie and Evie either side of her, who want to impress as much as they can in this one. And reaching halfway mark, and now Lucy just beginning to get to work. And out the turn, she's got almost a body length advantage over Davis and Goodburn. Megan Barnes trying to get into the mix here, but this is all about who's going to be second. Katie Goodburn maybe just shades second. Lucy Hope going further and further away in this one, and looking very impressive indeed. Lucy Hope takes that. Evie Davis, Katie Goodburn. It was tight for second, Ali, but no doubt 55.19. That's a pretty good swim for and a very good time for Lucy Hope in that one, without getting pushed too much.
No, she was pretty comfy in the first 50 and super strong down the second 50 there, and you can tell that she was in full control all the way through there. But a close finish there between Evie Davis and Katie Goodburn. Katie just fading a little bit in the last
just
15.
a little bit,
and Evie
she
just coming in strong and managing just to get the touch. So
just had to pull that little bit out at the end, did Evie, to snatch that at the death. So we move on to the men's equivalent. This is the para-final, so welcome our swimmers poolside. In lane 6, representing South Lanarkshire, Born Ian. In lane 5, representing Stirling University, is Ollie Carter. In 4, representing City of Glasgow, Lily Lawler. And in lane 3, representing East Lothian swim team, Sam Downey. So Lily Lawler was fastest coming into this. Again, different categories. Lily Lawler S14, Ollie Carter on Ian, both S10, and Sam Downey S8. So our para-final now underway. A very strong start there from Louis Lawler, well off the blocks. Not saying it was illegal, I'm just saying he was well off the blocks.
No, he was
perfectly good.
He was quick.
Great start.
And
Ollie Carter going well in second.
Quite a range of actual personal bests in this race, of course. So I think Louis is a 52-point 100 freestyler, and Ollie's a 55-point freestyler. So you're going to see a gap straight away, and you shouldn't be surprised that Louis is up front already. But he did go out pretty strong on 25.7, and it'll be interesting to see if he can hold things together down the last 15. Louis, of course, going to the World Paras in Manchester, so again, just part of his preparation as he moves towards the summer meet.
54.22 and Ollie 57.84. Very tight for third. Looks like Bjorn's going to just get that one. 106.49, just a fraction faster than he was earlier on. And Sam also a wee bit faster, 107.06. So that's finish order, but that might not necessarily be the actual order.
Indeed.
And good swims all round there, Ali.
Yeah. Excellent stuff from the boys there. And nice to see people swimming faster in the finals than they did during the heats. It's great. And from a World Para perspective, I think Ollie, Louis and Sam all heading to Manchester, so I think they'll be looking forward to that as well.
So on to our men's B final. Looks like we've got a couple of no-shows in lanes 8 and 9. So that cuts us down to 8. In 0 we have Adam Strickland from Derwent side. 1 is Nathan Campbell from Stirling Swimming. 2 Miles Lapsley, Edinburgh University. 3 Finlay Club, Aberdeen Dolphins. 4 Luke Hornsey, East Lothian Swim Team. 5 Chris Muir, Stirling University. 6 is Callum Peebles, East Lothian Swim Team. And 7 is Ian Rose, Bath University. He's obviously moved into Bath, Ian.
Yeah, Ian's been at Bath for a wee while now.
I'm mixing up the, he's obviously he's Callum.
Callum.
Yeah,
Callum
I'm mixed up with Callum. Yeah. I hadn't realised Miles Lapsley had swam this morning, so he's got Elaine. He's got a chance as well. But Finlay Club going well. But it's lane 6 perhaps. Callum Peebles 25.35, but nothing much between 4 or 5 swimmers here. Good turn from Luke Hornsey. That's Luke, who's already shown us what he's got. Looking very, very strong indeed. Finlay Club trying to get back it up, but Hornsey's got this one. Luke Hornsey, Adam Strickland, I think got second, just ahead of Chris Muir and Finlay Club. Well, that was fairly comfortable in the end for Luke, 52.42. Adam Strickland finishes fast, 53.03, and Chris Muir, 53.21, takes third place.
Yep, and Luke out just out the tune of the B final as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he did exactly the same thing in the tune of the IM. He came real strong on the second, on the freestyle leg, the last 50. He just controlled the first 50 and looked super strong down the last 25.
Yeah.
A great way to swim it. And I think he'd be pretty pleased with that, actually.
Yeah, I think he should be. Especially after just
just
having 10 minutes between the races. So please welcome our finalists for the men's 100 metres freestyle. In lane 9 we have from Billingham, Max Upton. In 8 from the National Centre Limerick, Finn McGeever. In 7 from Edinburgh University is Ross Leslie. In 6 from Edinburgh University, Thomas Carswell. In 5 from Bath University, Edward Mildred. In lane 4 from Edinburgh University is David Cumberledge. In lane 3 from Stirling University is Jack McMillan. In lane 2 from Edinburgh University is Bruno Kempstar. In 1 from City of Glasgow, Rory McKinnon. And in lane 0 from Perth City, Evan Davidson. This is the final of the men's 100 metres freestyle. Heats this morning, David Cumberledge the only one sub 50.
But I think this could be a
really tight one. Edward Mildred, you kind of think will give a good account of himself on this one.
Yep, Ed was out quickest this morning, so I'll be interested to see exactly what happens.
Both of them look pretty comfortable in the heats. In qualifying. And a pretty level start in the middle. Not much between Mildred and Cumberledge. Also going very well is Carswell in 6. Thomas Carswell probably is going to turn in the lead here.
Yeah, he's taken it out pretty hard as Thomas Carswell. It'll be interesting to see if he can manage to hold that coming within the second 50. And Cumberledge coming through nicely. He looked as though he controlled the first 50, but don't discount Jack McMillan.
Jack McMillan's still on the shoulder of David Cumberledge, but Cumberledge I think's got this one. Cumberledge, McMillan and Carswell. This is indeed the finish. David Cumberledge 49.43. Second place, Jack McMillan 49.86, and third Thomas Carswell 50.07, and Mildred has to settle for fourth.
Yep, and a really good sum there, I think, from David Cumberledge. Controlled the first 50. Now, quite often seen as being quite a high stroke rate, but it looked like in his first 50 he just controlled that a wee bit, so he's a bit longer in the stroke. And I think that's probably the reason which allowed him to come back a lot stronger than normal down the second 50. So certainly seems to be working on his efficiency. And as we all know, if you've got better efficiency, then you've got a little bit more energy to put into the effort or into the event as you get towards the back end as well. So great job from David.
So that is the end of our freestyle. We have a wee break from swimming alley. I think we've got some presentations that are up and coming. This is for the women's and the men's 200 metres individual medley. So I'm pretty sure there will be presentations for both para and the open. So here we have confirmation machine rain from National Centre Limerick. Is the winner of our para meet, para 200 IM. So Machine is the para open champion. We now move on to the medalist for the women's 200 metres individual medley. I'm just waiting for them to make their way poolside. Always the first day, Ali. It's never as slick as it should be sometimes.
No. It's just always argue it should be as just as good on day one as it was on day three. And unfortunately things do go wrong from time to time, and looks like they're just going to get back on track now.
Yeah, we're just getting back into the swing of doing presentations and getting it spot on, and three ladies making their way. So our bronze medalist from Stirling Swimming is Susie McNair. You always find that Susie seems to be shocked at being on a podium.
Yes, well, looks as though she's loving every minute of it, doesn't she? So great job, Susie. She's having a great season, isn't she? She's.
You got to remember, she's only 16.
Indeed, and she's made some significant improvements this year. So, especially down at the British Championships, and I suppose that's when we're looking for some of our younger athletes to perform. And she'll go back down. She'll come back down. There seems to be a wee bit of a mix-up there for second place there.
That looks. Does that not look like Orla Adams? I was going to say that's Orla Adams.
Yes,
that's. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Trying to explain.
Well, Alan Fleming is going over there, just keeping things right. They're looking at the board and they're saying that's Ailsa MacDonald. Well, it's
certainly not.
It's certainly not Ailsa MacDonald.
Nope. Maybe Ailsa didn't think she made the top three.
We sometimes get a different swimmer on the podium who's accepting the medal on behalf of,
Yes,
but it's usually from the same club.
Same club, yeah, that's different. But we do know that Katie Shanahan won. So,
We do indeed.
And another good swim from Katie as well. So.
We certainly got that one right, Ali.
That's it.
So Katie Shannon, our Scottish Open champion, national champion. I don't know if Ailsa McDonald's going to make a late entry or not. And she'll be passed on to her.
Like Susie is the junior champion, I think.
And the junior champion.
And the junior champion as well, so that's good.
So that's our ladies medal presentation completed.
I think I just spotted Ailsa McDonald in the background there, so maybe she'll get her medal after all. I'm sure if she's not coming up to get it, I'm sure it'll be passed on.
So we move on to the para 200 IM. Well, hopefully we will, Ali, very shortly. So I think we're just about ready to get our gold medalist for that one. Making a way over. I think this is going to be Jack Milne, winner of the paras. Our para gold medalist from University of Aberdeen Performance is Jack Milne. So well done, Jack. So that's the para presentation done. We now move on to the men's 200 IM. So we have 4 swimmers there. Of course, as Ali quite rightly says, we've got junior champion as well. So our bronze medalist from University of Stirling is George Smith.
And we've got the right people this time, but we just don't have any medals.
No,
here we go. That's them just coming in now. Here we go. That's right.
George now getting presented with the medal. Our silver medalist also from University of Stirling is Evan Jones. And gold medalist and our Scottish national champion from University of Stirling is Duncan Scott. Our Scottish junior champion from Aberdeen Dolphins. So it's not Evan Davison from Perth City.
Well done, Evan. And of course, Duncan Scott being a huge advocate for our Learn to Swim programme, but also our Save Our Pools campaign at the moment.
Yeah. Those of you who caught the news yesterday, was Duncan certainly a strong advocate for keeping as many pools open, and we've got 3 predicted to close fairly soon, as you saw in the news yesterday. That hopefully might not happen, but yeah.
I think
please
get on
speak to your local representatives, your local councillors, and try and avert as much as that as possible, because we need as many pools kept open, not just for keeping the sport alive, but for health and safety, health reasons as well. very important that we still have that. So yeah.
Absolutely. And
so that's presentations over and done with. We now move on to the 100 metres breaststroke. In lane 5 we have from Edinburgh University, Laura Pilkington. In lane 4 from the National Centre Limerick, Roisin Rain. And in lane 3 from Swim IT, Marin Bennett. So 2 of these ladies back in the pool again, being joined by Laura Pilkington. Well, original, I think, started at Swim IT a long time ago, Ali. Now at
yeah, that's right.
Edinburgh University.
In West Lothian,
Yeah.
Swim West Lothian in there, and then first I think she was,
Yeah.
and then moved over to Edinburgh Uni into the senior programme there. I don't know if anybody noticed there, but I think her goggles broke before she came off the chair, and very calm, cool, just pull them together, connected them back up, and away she goes, you know. So quite an experienced athlete
Yep.
now as well.
So this is the final of the women's 100 metres breaststroke para final. And Binny, Roisin Rain and Laura Pilkington. So 3 go in this one. So we have Roisin off very strongly indeed. 1:23.76. And Binny 2:23.73. And Laura Pilkington 2:08.07 are the entry times coming into the final. Roisin, well, scoreboard doesn't give us any indication at the moment. 38.16 at the 50. And you see Laura Pilkington and Marin Binny in your shot. You've got a short distance to go to halfway. Laura turning now, 1:01.08. Marin just about to turn. She turns 1:07.38. Coming down with just about 10 to go, Ali, is Roisin. Going to be a wee bit inside that entry time from this morning, 1:20.59. Nice strong swim from her. Keep an eye on Laura and Marin now.
Yeah, very good swim there from Roisin. Again, outdoing it herself up front. Just like she did in the medley, but did a great job there, and she's done a great job here as well. And then Laura Pilkington coming down here. She's a machine in the training pool, is Laura.
And just coming as final 10 metres.
Looks like Marin Binny's a bit of a machine as well. I think it's the third event she's done this evening, isn't it?
Yeah. She comes in a 2:10.08. Very similar to what she did earlier today. And Binny, 2:23 earlier on. And 2:23.36. Well, that might be that could be a new Scottish record. She had one this morning, 2:23.73, Ali. I think she's maybe improved on that.
No.
And that's not bad after a couple of swims earlier on this evening.
Clearly just warming up.
Yeah.
And warming up for the main event. Decent swim there. Nice to do a Scottish record this morning.
Yeah.
And if it's confirmed, that would be great to have another one in the bag.
So we move on to our B final. In lane 0, Amy McLeod, City of Glasgow. 1, Hayley Robertson, South Ayrshire. 2, Evie Mackey, South Lanarkshire. 3 is Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim. 4 is Bell Cameron, City of Peterborough. 5, Ella McGeorge, Cooper and District. 6, Louise Edmonds, Edinburgh University. 7, Emily McGee, Dundee City Aquatics. 8 is Leah Bullock from South Lanarkshire. And in 9, Sarah Smith, Warner Bath Club. So 1:15.34 through to 1:18.12. Let's see if we can get a wee surprise from maybe some of the outside lanes in this one. Esme Hall, the Borough Stockton, sorry, City. But Esme Hall, yeah, goes in lane 4. He's in as a reserve swim instead. A strong start. Perry Scobie going well. Ali in lane 3. Lane 6, Louise Edmonds, Ella McGeorge in 5. Those 3 at the moment are very prominent. I think Louise and Ella in 6 and 5, just ahead of Perry and Emily McGee. A good turn there for Louise. She's now under a wee bit of pressure here. It's getting tighter. Ella McGeorge coming through the challenge and also getting into the mix. Emily McGee, Dundee City Aquatic swimmer. Perry Scobie trying to get on terms along with Ailey Robertson. And at the moment, this one looks to be under control. Ella McGeorge in lane 5 has got this one. Very close for second. Ella McGeorge, Emily McGee and Ailey Robertson, I think. That is indeed the finish order. Ella McGeorge, 1:15.36. Emily McGee finishes second, 1:16.34. And Ailey Robertson, 1:16.60. And a good swim for Ailey Robertson. She finishes third and she'll be the junior champion, Ali, in that one.
Great job there from Ailey from lane 1 as well, so just shows you, doesn't really matter where you are across the pool, you can still get yourself in there.
Well, we'll see if Big Sister can go and add to the pot in this one. So in lane number 9, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Lucy Stoves. In 8, representing Edinburgh University, Bridget Lemusurier. In 7, representing Edinburgh University, Ailsa MacDonald. In 6, representing Edinburgh University, Alwyn Cook. In 5, representing Edinburgh University, Anna Morgan. In 4, representing City Peterborough, Bell Cameron. In lane 3, representing the National Centre, Limerick, Amir Doyle. In lane 2, representing Edinburgh University, is Katie Robertson. In lane 1, representing Derwent-side, Anna Finlay. And in lane 0, representing Marlins, is Laura Kenny. So this is the final for the women's 100 metres breaststroke. So no Cara Hanlon. Cara Hanlon has obviously pulled out of this one. So that opens it up a wee bit here. Anna Morgan, you might fancy her chances now. And she'll have her work cut out. Near Doyle, Katie Robertson, Ailsa MacDonald. Well, Cameron in lane 4 going in as reserve. Good start from Katie Robertson in 2, Ali.
Yeah, and Katie Robertson's always had some tremendous skills. Actually, really, if there's anybody out there watching, she's got a great start, great underwater as well. But it's Anna Morgan, I think. Anna Morgan like, going well as well now in 5. Yeah, she's she's got body length and more advantage. It's almost 2 seconds, Ali. That's a massive gap. She's gone out in 31.8, which I think is pretty much on her best time for a 50. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now. Could be a pretty tough last 25 on the other hand.
Yeah.
Could put her in with a good shout of a great performance, but it just starting to look a bit heavier now.
It still looks as though she's still got enough to hang on here, but Emma Doll coming back very strongly. It's going to be tight at the death, but I think she's just going to hang on. Morgan takes that from Doyle, and possibly in lane 5 rather. Anna Morgan. Sorry, lane 6 I meant. Anna Morgan in 5 takes that 109.86. Amir Doyle 110.64. And Owen Cook 112.13. Just pipping Katie Robertson 112.21. Having to settle for 4th. With Ailsa McDonald 113.10. So another cracking race, Ali.
No, and hats off to Anna. I mean, she put herself on the line there, didn't she? Out in 31.8.
Yeah.
So great first 50, but you could tell down the last 25 where the stroke was just getting a bit shorter and shorter. But 10 out of 10 for bravery.
Yeah, they were all gunning for another 10 metres, and you know, it might have been a different story, but she got the job done.
Indeed.
In that first 50.
She did, and maybe there'll be a bit of learning from that as well. I would imagine that's part of the plan. Is like, look, okay, let's just try and take it out a little bit quicker, see what we can do, and then maybe there's a balance to be struck on some of that as well. But she's certainly a really brave performance.
So our men's breaststroke in 4 we have from South Lanarkshire Bon Ian, in 3 from City Glasgow Gavin Roberts, in 2 from Aberdeen Performance Jack Milne, and in lane 1 from the Warner Bass Club we have Ollie Hewitt. So Jack Milne and Bjorn Ian back for another event. This is the para 100 metre breaststroke final. Of course we have Scott Quinn in the B final, having qualified for the B final. He doesn't participate in this one. Strong start by Jack and Gavin.
Yep, this could be quite a close race actually. Both in the same class.
Interesting how they're used lanes 1, 2, 3 and 4 rather than 3, 4, 5 and 6. But at the end of the day it's a race.
Yep, I haven't actually clocked that, but nice one, Roberts. Yes, absolutely.
First time I've seen that.
Yeah.
We'll put it down to the planning behind us. Well, Gavin and Jack almost together. Really good race ahead of us with 30 or so to go. Jack Milne in lane 2. Gavin Roberts in the blue cap. Here comes under pressure as Jack Milne just looks that wee bit stronger now, Ali.
Yeah, he does, and you can just see he's just a little bit longer on the stroke now than Gavin, and that's just making the difference for Jack.
Both S14 classification. So Jack Milne fastest between those two, 1:11.22, a wee bit faster than he was, as was Gavin earlier on. Ollie Hewitt from Warder Bass and Bon Ian, both S9 categories. So Ollie Hewitt from Warder, 1:38.72 earlier on. Strong finish for him, 1:39.34, very much similar to earlier on, and Bjorn also pretty close to what he was earlier on, 1:47.47. So we'll wait for those times to go into the computer where they'll work out points on the para system before they announce who has won the para gold on that one. So on to our B final. In lane 0 from Edinburgh University, Aidan Fothergill. In 1 from Aberdeen Dolphins, Finlay Wallace. 2, Edinburgh University's Liam Davis. 3 from Warner Bass Club, Conor Mitchell. In 4 from Edinburgh University, Emil Moraski. In 5 from Edinburgh University, Charlie Trotman. In 6 from University of Aberdeen Performance is Conor Massey. In 7 from Edinburgh University is Scott Quinn. In lane 8 from the City of Glasgow, Robson Miles. And in 9 from University of Aberdeen Performance, Jack Mitchell. 106.15 to 109.16 is the range in this one. Strong start in lane 6, Conor Massey. That's Charlie Trotman upsides him now. That's Charlie Trotman in 5 with maybe half a metre advantage. Conor Massey and Emil Muraski either side of him. Charlie Trotman, Emil Muraski, that's the 1-2. Conor Mitchell in 3rd. Pretty good turn for Trotman there. Ali still maintains that advantage and pushing on.
Indeed, just starting to, the stroke rate starting to pick up now.
Yeah.
He's just starting to run out of gas, but it looks like he's got a big enough lead now to hold on.
And Trotman, I think, has got this one. Trotman, Muraski, and perhaps lane 2, Liam Davis just on the touch. It was Davis who got 3rd place. Charlie Trotman literally laid that from start to finish after the first 10-15 metres. 105.50 for Trotman, Muraski 105.79 and Liam Davis 106.37.
And a pretty good performance there from Scott Quinn there, a 67.3. I think that's
107.32. Yeah.
Is good for him at this point in time. Scott, a consummate professional, a real role model within the sport. He's been going for a number of years now, double Paralympic medalist. You know, fantastic role model for the sport. Loves the sport, and if you ever get a chance to speak to him, you'll be more than happy to talk to you about it.
So on to our A final. Athletes just made their way pro side. In 9 from Stirling University is George Smith. In 8 from Stirling University, William Ellington. In 7 from Stirling University, Andrew Arthur. In 6 from Edinburgh University, Usain Cook. In 5 from Stirling University is Rory Dixon. In 4 from Edinburgh University, Archie Goodburn. In lane 3 from Edinburgh University is Ross Young. And in 2 from Stirling University, Rafa Dobson. In lane 1 from Edinburgh University is Joshua Mitchell. And in lane 0 from Stirling University, Alex Maya. So 6 Stirling and 4 Edinburgh in this one. Said earlier that Archie looked pretty good in the heats earlier on, as did Rory Dixon. I'm sure Rory will try and push on as best he can to try and put some pressure on Archie, but the two of them off pretty well. Archie maybe just shades it at the moment, Ali.
Yep, and he's usually pretty good off the start, is Archie, and that's the way it's proved to be this time round. From a pretty decent British Championships in April, qualified for the European Under-23s, and he'll be just expecting or looking to go a little bit quicker than he did this morning in the heats. He certainly is leading the way at the moment, but here comes, I think it's that Rory Dixon just coming through in 5 now, just coming through to challenge.
Yeah. Bruce Leslie's trying to stick with them, and Rory Dixon coming through strongly to put in a late surge, but Archie's going to hold on to him. And Archie Goodburn takes that. Rory Dixon in possible lane 6. Usain Cook got up to get 3rd place, just ahead of Ross Young and George Smith. So pretty solid swim there from Archie.
Yeah, and from Rory as well. I think both
Yeah.
out at the set collie meet last week in Italy, and both faster than they were last week,
Yeah.
which is good. Shows a little bit of progress, and again, both of those swimmers will be looking to put in their best performances a wee bit later in the summer.
So that's a wee pause again, Ali. It's presentations. I'm sure this will be very, very slick, this presentation.
So right people, right medals.
Yep, hopefully.
Splendid.
That's the presentations for the 100 freestyle for men and women. So hopefully they've got everything organised, the right names on the board. Well, I think the names were okay on the board, it was just the wrong people sometimes didn't appear. So this will be a presentation for our paras. So it's the 100 freestyle para presentation. The bronze medalist from Carnegie is Katie Peake. Silver medalist from Stirling University is Abby Kane. And gold medalist, Scottish national champion from University of Aberdeen Performance is Tony Shaw. Looks like Tony's popped somewhere else. So next presentation will be the women's 100 freestyle. So the bronze medalist from Edinburgh University is Katie Goodburn. Silver medalist representing Stirling University is Evie Davis. And gold medalist and Scottish National Open champion from Stirling University is Lucy Hope. I suspect that's Catherine Renfrew in the background, a Scottish junior champion. Representing Perth City is Catherine Renfrew. She also won the B final just, but even if she'd been second, Ali, she'd have still been the junior champion. But it's nice to win the B final as well.
Well, she did. She timed that finish absolutely perfectly, didn't she? So well deserved. And
Dixon making sure that Catherine gets the photo taken before she goes off poolside. So we move on to the presentations for the men's 100 freestyle for our paras first of all. The guys will make their way over to the podium in just a moment. So I would imagine that's Louis Lawler, Ollie Carter, and maybe will be Sam Downey. So the bronze medalist representing East Lothian is Sam Downey. Our silver medalist representing Stirling University is Ollie Carter. Our gold medalist, a Scottish national para champion, is City Glasgow's Lily Law. Well done to these lads. Excellent to see usual handshakes. So we move on to the final presentation of this section. That's the men's 100 metres freestyle. Again, medals are all ready. Hopefully the swimmers are just about ready to make their way poolside. Should be David Kimmeridge, Jack McMillan and Thomas Carswell. There are three. I think the junior champion, Ali, will be Evan Davison.
Very good, backing up his medley swim.
Yeah. So I'll just wait for the guys to get organised. And then once that presentation is complete, we'll get back on to the swimming events. There might just be a wee delay, waiting on maybe one of the guys to come along and just double check. We've got the three medalists and also the junior champion. So I think we're just about good to go with the final presentation now. And medalists make their way over. So the bronze medalist representing Edinburgh University is Thomas Carswell. The silver medalist representing Stirling University is Jack McMillan. Gold medalist and Scottish Open champion from Edinburgh University is David Kimmeridge. Our Scottish national champion, Ross Leslie. He probably didn't realise that he needs to get across there.
Yeah. Oh, well, good job, Ross.
Yeah.
I think that,
and our Scottish junior champion from Perth City is Evan Davison. And for those of you listening to us on the live stream, you're probably wondering why Ross Leslie's there. And it will be because the other three guys are non-Scots.
That's correct.
Despite the fact that he is not in the first three, he is the fastest Scot, so he is our Scottish national champion.
And the 1, 2, 3 was England, Northern Ireland and Wales. Or
yep.
sorry, England, Wales and Northern Ireland.
Yep.
Sorry, it was that way. Or was it? Well, whichever way.
Yep.
But, yeah, a bit of a home nation collection there.
Yeah. Most unusual to finish fourth and be the Scottish champion, but that's the rules. That's the way it is. Well done, Ross Leslie. So we go to the far end of the pool, for the women's 50 metres backstroke final. This is the B final. Faith Hewett, Edinburgh University 0. Lucy Lucas, Edinburgh University 1. 2, Ailey Armstrong, East Lothian Swim Team. 3 is Alex McGill, Gateshead and Wickham. 4, Ellis Shields, Edinburgh University. 5, Ella Stevenson, City Glasgow. 6, Lauren Bradley Holt, Stirling University. 7, Ciara Sterica, South Ayrshire. 8, Megan Donovan, City of Peterborough. And 9, Natalie Marshall, Swim West Lothian. After all that, we have a very slight delay at the start.
Looks like we have a
faulty
starting mechanism there. And the ledge, the backstroke ledge, just maybe not fitting. Oh, there we go. Looks like we got it.
Yep. So good to go now. Pretty good start over that far side. Lane 2 perhaps, Ailey Armstrong. And going nicely in 8 is Megan Donovan from City Peterborough. It's anybody's here. Ciara Sterica in 7, finishing like a train. Ciara Sterica's got this, Ali. Ciara Sterica, lane 6 and possibly lane 2. I got my lane 6 right for second place. I just missed out. Ellis Shields got third, just ahead of Ailey Armstrong. 30.76. Good strong finish from Ciara in that last 15 metres there.
Yeah, it was quite strange.
Very
it was just up with the rest of the group on 25 and then accelerated in on the second 25. A really good race there from Ciara.
So the ladies make their way poolside. This is our finalists for our 50 metres backstroke final. In lane 9, representing City of Glasgow's Heidi Wren. In lane 8, representing City of Glasgow's Amy Shields. In lane 7, representing the Warburg Bath Club is Katie Rose. In lane 6, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Mary Wood. In 5, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Emily Grant. In lane 4, representing Stirling University, Kathleen Dawson. In lane 3, representing Edinburgh University, Yasmin Hammerlane. In lane 2, representing Stirling University is Florence Tinsley. In lane 1, representing Edinburgh University is Olivia Butler. And in lane 0, representing Swim West Lothian is Melissa Mainwaring. This is the final of the women's 50 metres backstroke. So this really should be about who's going to be second if Kathleen Dawson gets a decent start in this one, Ali.
Indeed, and as I said earlier on, she's been getting progressively faster as the season's gone on, so again another opportunity for her to move it on again.
Pretty solid start there from Kathleen, also well there, Florence Tinsley in 2. And between them, Yasmin Hammerlane. Yeah, it's all about potentially second here. Kathleen Dawson looks as though she's got this wrapped up. Very close for second. Lane 2 and possibly lane 8. Well, it was tight. It was just Amy Shields on a 29.84 who snatched second ahead of Florence Tinsley in lane 2 on a 29.85. But a pretty solid swim there, 28.65 for Kathleen. Very similar time to what she was earlier on.
Yep, another positive swim in the right direction for Kathleen. But a good finish there from Amy Shields, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Just to get in there for the second, for the silver medal.
So we move on to the men's equivalent now. Our B final, 0. Finlay Strachan is in 0 from Glasgow University. 1 is Robert Burgess, City Glasgow. 2 is Stephen Clegg, Edinburgh University. 3 is Lucas Brown from Elgin. 4, Archie Goodburn, Edinburgh University. 5 is Ian Rose from Bath University. 6, Greer van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. 7, Andrew Brody, Aberdeen Dolphins. 8, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming. And in 9, Louis Lower, City Glasgow. I said earlier on, Archie Goodburn probably just having a wee bit of fun doing a backstroke for a change, Ali. You don't often see him doing this.
Yeah, I think another opportunity for him to do some racing again and keep building the speed. I think he does like racing as well, so why not?
Mind you, when he came out, he looked absolutely shattered. We're after a fair start in this one. Pretty level start. Lane 2 going pretty well. Stephen Clegg up there, and in 5, Ian Rose. I think it's Ian Rose, but maybe just shades it. Archie Goodburn coming through strongly. It's going to be a blanket finish here. I'm going to call this 3-0. Archie Goodburn snatched at the death. 3-0, well there, Lucas Brown and Finlay Strachan. But Archie Goodburn by 200s, 27.79, 27.81, 27.86. I think it was a joint 4th.
Yep. Stephen Clegg and Ian Rose there.
Yeah.
Archie the breaststroker.
Yeah.
And Archie the backstroker.
Indeed, indeed. So I'm sure he'll be pleased sneaking in there and getting that just at the death, Archie.
Yeah, and in reality he's got a pretty decent medley swim as well actually, so he is quite strong in all 4 strokes.
So welcome our finalists for 50 metres backstroke. In lane 0, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, is Conor Massey. In lane 8, representing Aberdeen Dolphins, Dean Fern. In 7, representing Edinburgh University, Thomas Carswell. In lane 6, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, is Jamie Ferguson. In 5, representing Bath University, Jonathan Adam. In lane 4, representing Edinburgh University, is Scott Gibson. In lane 3, representing Stirling University, Sam Peace. In 2 is representing Stirling University, Zach Speakman. In 1, representing Stirling University, is Jamie Robertson. And in 0, representing Edinburgh University, is Jordan McPhail. This is the men's 50 metres backstroke final. Well, can we see another improvement in that Scottish record? Scott Gibson rather, in lane 4, 24.97. Took exactly a quarter of a second off the existing record, which was held by Jamie Ferguson, who goes in lane 6.
I think it was Jamie Robertson who was in lane 1. Actually.
Robertson, yeah.
Not Jamie Ferguson.
Looked a pretty good start from Scott in that centre lane, and already powering down the final stretch. He's giving everything in this one again. Gibson's got this one from Jonathan Adam. Very close for 3rd, might be lane 2, and that's another improvement. That's improvement on that 24.97. It's yet another Scottish record, 24.83. Scott Gibson. Well, he looked comfortable earlier on, Ali. He powered down that final stretch little Remanis.
He did, and that's a really good swim there. Yeah. It's I mean, feet to go 2 Scottish records back to back.
Yeah.
Again, nice to see that he's moved on from the heat into the final as well. Always interesting on the 50, especially in the backstroke as well, is the ability of the swimmers to keep the stroke rate all the way through down there. And even there, I'm sure you'll look at the race and you can see that the stroke rate gradually just slows a little bit down the second 25, which is kind of what you would expect a bit. But you probably look at that and think, actually, I can go a little bit faster. So I suppose that's the good news.
Yeah,
that goes with it. But great job nonetheless.
Yeah.
A couple of Scottish records. Coach Trodden will have a cheeky smile on his face, I would imagine. I can see it there now.
So move on to more presentations. This is the breaststroke. Bronze medalist from Swim IT. I think that was a new Scottish record for Meryn Binney. 2:23.36. Laura Pilkington is the silver medalist from Edinburgh University. From National Limerick Centre. Scottish para champion Roisin Noreen. I think she's delighted. Good to see her on the podium. Nice happy smile. Well done, ladies. So welcome our swimmers for the 100 metres breaststroke.
Jamie Ferguson it was, I think it was.
So, ladies make their way poolside. Just getting sorted out here. Bronze medalist from Edinburgh University is Owen Cook. Silver medalist from the National Centre Limerick, Emir Doyle. I think she's absolutely chuffed as well. Coming over from Ireland, get a silver medal. And our Scottish national champion from Edinburgh University is Anna Morgan, our Scottish junior champion, representing South Ayrshire, Ailey Robertson. And, well done, girls, ladies, and we now move on to 100 breaststroke para presentation. I just have worked out again on the points basis. So Jack Milne and Gavin Roberts are 1 and 2. Ollie Hewitt, John Ian, 3rd and 4th. That's very much on how the points are calculated. We also have Scott Quinn, who was in the B final. So the bronze medalist from City of Glasgow, Gavin Roberts. Silver medalist from University of Aberdeen Performance is Jack Milne. And our gold medalist and Scottish para champion in the S14 category, representing Edinburgh University, is Scott Quinn. Scott, of course, as we mentioned, swam a really good swim in that B final. Despite the fact he didn't take part in the para final, he'd qualified for the B final. Again, worked out on points, and he's our Scottish para champion.
A great job from Scott.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the beauties of this meet is that it's fully integrated.
Yeah.
And if you swim fast enough to make the
B final or the A final, you're in it.
That's the way it goes, you know. And I think that's a really positive thing.
Yeah. So, last lot of presentations for this section again is the 100 breaststroke for the men. This medalist, I think, is Usain Cook, yeah, from Edinburgh University. Silver medalist from the University of Stirling is Rory Dixon. And gold medalist and Scottish national champion from Edinburgh University, Archie Goodburn. And the bronze medalist from swims earlier today from Wonder Baths is Connor Mitchell. Well done to Connor. Connor didn't make either the A or B final, but was the fastest junior from the heats earlier today, so he gets the junior title. Well done to Connor. So we move on to the women's B final for the 200 butterfly. In lane 0, Gemma Brown from Carnegie. In lane 1 from City Glasgow, Abigail Crawford. In 2 from South Lanarkshire is Evie Mackey. In 3 from Derwentside, Isabel Fox. In 4 from Geary, Catherine Bodie. In 5 from University of Aberdeen Performance, Madison Cool. In 6 from Dumfries is Georgia Dickey. In 7 from Heart of Midlothian, Layla Weatherspoon. In 8 from Carnegie, Sarah Ennis. And in lane 9 from Eithin, Alicia Goodbrand. This is the women's 200 metre B final. 2:31 through to 2:36 are the times in this one, Ali. So let's just keep it together and see what happens. Don't go out too fast and try and control the race as best you can. Layla Weatherspoon going out pretty strongly at an early stage.
Indeed, it's a fine balance on the 200 fly. I always think that fly is kind of quite a rhythm-based stroke, so if you don't get the right rhythm, it can make it feel quite hard. Clearly, if you go out too quick, then just the same as any other event, then it can be quite tough coming down the last 50 as well. So there's a big challenge around the pacing of this particular event. And quite often we find that those that can manage to hold the technique best down the last 50, they're the ones that can prevail.
And this, I would say, Ali, I keep coming back to it when I'm commentating at districts and other things. This is the event, the 200 butterfly, where we've not got as many swimmers competing on 200 butterflies we have had in the past, and just to try and encourage more of the swimmers to do a bit of this.
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's massive opportunities in some of these events. And so if I was starting off swimming at the moment, I'd be looking at the more endurance-based events, 200 fly, 400 medley, 400 freestyle, 8 on the free, 15 and free. Those are the events where there are some gaps there. And so if you do want to be successful, then grabbing that by the scruff of the neck and doing the work that's required to do them, then I think there's a massive opportunity there.
And Georgia Dickey going really strongly, the Dumfries swimmer in lane 6. Isabel Fox in 3. Catherine Bodie, she got something in the tank. The Geary swimmer. Well, it's beginning to tighten up, and Isabel Fox from Derwentside is coming through to try and challenge Georgia Dickey. Catherine Bodie still in there, but Georgia Dickey, she's certainly relished. She's the distance events, the winner at the Scottish Nationals on I think 1500 freestyle. So Georgia Dickey looks as though she's going to hang on, or is she? She's just getting swallowed up at the end. Catherine Bodie finishing like a train, but Isabel Fox has got this from Catherine Bodie and Georgia Dickey. What a fantastic finish again at the B final. Isabel Fox from Derwent's side, just at the death. And Catherine Bodie just needed about another metre and a half to get up there and take that. But 2:30.44, 2:30.63. Georgia Dickey, she looked as though she was the runner, but 10 metres out, they got her at 2:30.70.
And a great race, especially just at the death there, isn't it? You know. But just as we were saying, there were some people just starting to die and other people just coming through, you know. So I do think the technical side of that event is extremely important.
So welcome our A finalists in lane 9, representing Derwent side, Evie O'Halloran Hutchison. In lane 8, representing City Glasgow's Heidi Wren. In 7, representing Stirling Swimming, is Susie McNair. In 6, representing City of Glasgow, Stella McCarthy. In lane 5, representing Stirling University, Kiana McInnes. In 4, representing Edinburgh University, is Kiana Slosson. In 3, representing Stirling Swimming, is Coco Croxford. In lane 2, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Sarah Keegan. In 1, representing the Borough of Stockton, is Alice Ward. And in lane 0, representing Ren 96, Gabriella Leasing. This is the women's 200 metres butterfly final. We'll get not just the Scottish champion in this one, but we'll also get the junior champion. That could be Coco Croxford, Susie McNair, or Heidi Wren. Lanes 3, 6 and 7. Sorry, 7 and 8, 3, 7 and 8. This is the makings of quite an interesting contest between the two middle lanes, off very strongly. Kiana McInnes in lane 5. Kiana Slosson on her shoulder, a little between the two. The two already gone about a body length or so clear. Coco Croxford and Stella McCarthy in 3 and 6. And it's Slosson just about half a second from McInnes. And she took probably about another half a metre out the turn there, Ciara.
Yeah, Ciara Slosson looking very comfortable on the first 50, I felt, but it wasn't a slow 50, it was quite a solid first 50 there. So looking pretty relaxed, quite long on her stroke as well. It seems to be flowing quite nicely. Let's see if she comes to the wall yet. Spot on the wall, just absolutely bang on. And out 61.9 is a fairly positive first 100. But don't discount.
Certainly gone off very strongly indeed in this one, but we know how gutsy Kiana McInnes is, certainly in the final stages of the race, and it's not done and dusted yet.
No, and I think if Ciara has mispaced it a little bit, then I think Kiana will fancy her chances coming down the last 50.
Kiana Slosson is about almost 2 seconds faster than she was earlier on. Kiana McInnes is about 4 seconds slower, but it's very much race on with Kiana under a wee bit pressure now. Here comes Kiana McInnes to go past Ciara Slosson, and McInnes has got this one just timed perfectly, Ali. Or has she? Ciara Slosson's still got a wee bit left, and McInnes still with more to offer, and Kiana McInnes pulling away inside the final 5 metres. Kiana McInnes 2:09.64, Ciara Slosson 2:10.89, and third place, and going to be our junior champion, is Coco Croxford from Stirling Swimming with a very strong 2:17.98 for third place. ahead of Susie McNair and Stella McCarthy.
Well,
another good one to look at.
A great race, and Kiana just paced it just a little bit better, I think. I mean, top marks for bravery for Slauson there, who looked really quite comfortable, I have to say, on the first 100. I didn't think she had gone too hard, but you can tell down the last 50,
Yeah.
stroke got a bit shorter, beginning to pay for that 61.9 out on that first 100. And then, of course, we all know that Kiana McInnes loves that chase down the last
Loves
50.
that challenge, doesn't she? Yeah.
And, you know, just really used the fact that Kira was just in front of her, and just used that fact just to motivate her down the last 50. And I think she'll be delighted with the 209 at that point.
Yeah.
She's just gradually getting faster through each meet. So I think that's great. Of course, Kiana's going to the World Championships after a great trials in April. Ironically, going on the 100 fly spot rather than the 200 fly spot. But you know, fantastic race. Great job from both girls there.
Our B final for the guys: Rory Young, City Glasgow in 0, 1 Fraser Tetlow Geary, 2 Igor Suvalov, Edinburgh University, 3 Tom Robinson, University of Aberdeen Performance, 4 is Callum Sinclair, Swimmers Lothian, 5 Peter Allen, Stirling University, 6 Matthew McMillan, Incas, 7 Finlay Club, Aberdeen Dolphins, 8 Kyle Mitchell from Geary, and 9 Adam Strickland, Derwentside. 2:13 through to 2:17 from the heats earlier on today. A strong start. Igor Suvalov taken out very strongly in the first 50. Finlay Club turning in second. I would actually think that Tom Robinson was better than that 6th place on the turn. Sugalov has gone on very strongly indeed in this B final.
Yep, Igor certainly ate his cornflakes this morning, didn't he? Or maybe
So halfway mark, 59.57. Well, you wonder whether he's gone off and tried to post a very fast 100, or whether he's taking his different tactics. And he's beginning to come up under a wee bit pressure. Robinson coming through along with Allen in 3 and 5, and Robinson looks still pretty comfortable in 3 here, Ali.
Indeed, and it just looks like, I mean, I know it looks like Tom Robinson's just moved through to take the lead at this point.
Peter Allen coming menacingly into the picture. And at the moment it's Robinson in 3 from Allen in lane 5, as Suvalov just drops back and might struggle to finish 3rd. Matthew McMullen might get up to get 3rd, but Robinson has timed a perfect race. Gone over a body length clear. Robinson takes the B final, Peter Allen takes 2nd, and Suvalov will hang on for 3rd place. 2:06.82 Robinson, 2:08.79 for Peter Allen, and Igor Suvalov in 3rd place, 2:11.66.
Yep. And Igor there just a wee bit kamikaze on that first 100. That might have been the plan, of course. And
cracking time, 2:06.82. Robinson, if he'd swam a wee bit faster, that would have guaranteed him a place quite comfortably in the actual final itself.
Yeah.
That's what happens, Ali. You maybe just don't swim it perfectly in the morning, so you get a second chance.
Indeed, but well paced from Tom there. Looked really strong coming down the first 50. You know, good job.
So welcome our finalists for the men's 200 butterfly. In lane 9, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Kieran Lennox. In lane 8, representing Derwentside, Jay Manners. In lane 7, representing Edinburgh University, Jenwin Chuan. In lane 6, representing Aberdeen Dolphins, Tom Robertson. In 5, representing Edinburgh University, is Callum Rose.
In lane 4, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, is Tom Bealey. In lane 3, representing South Lanarkshire, Scott Fleming. In 2, representing National Centre Limerick, Ronan Kilcoyne. In lane 1, representing the National Centre at Limerick, is Brogan McAvaney. And in lane 0, representing Stirling University, Albert Bangun. This is the final of the men's 200 metres butterfly. Callum Rose just getting himself psyched up there. Pretty level start, and Bailey in 4, Rose in 5, and a good start from Kieran Lennox over in lane 9. Lennox taking out pretty strongly. Tom Robertson also up there, but it's Bailey already pulled his way about half a second ahead of Rose and Robertson, with Lennox in 4th. And Bailey looked pretty relaxed in the heats earlier on. 2:04.53. Question is, can he get under the 2-minute mark in the final?
Yeah, Tom certainly the form swimmer in this field today, and out in 57.4, it's going to be pretty difficult to break the 2 minutes off of that split as well. He's done pretty well last week. He was in Italy as well, so I think it was 2:01 circa around about there, so that looks as though it could be around about that again today, just depending on how things go. Callum Rose looking strong there in 2nd at the moment. I think he's had a pretty good season as well, actually. He's progressed somewhat. So
Scott Fleming now coming through quite strongly in lane 3. Yeah, we're probably in the 2:01, maybe 2:02 range here for Bailey. 1:29.46 with just a 50 to go. Callum Rose comfortable in 2nd. It's all about 3rd place. As Bailey comes down, just 5 to go, and just over the 2 minutes. It's a very strong finish. 2:00.54. Callum Rose 2nd, and Scott Fleming will get the bronze in that one.
yeah, but a very good swim there from Tom. He came back that last 50 there just a little bit stronger than I anticipated, so I think he'd be quite pleased with the outcome of that swim, but probably more importantly the way he swam it as well. So certainly he's in good form, and he looked to make a wee bit of a drop over the coming races, I think. Good job though.
So that's the last of the shorter distances. We've got 800s coming up fairly soon. And before that, more presentations. Ali, this will be for events 109 and 110. The backstroke. No para presentation for this one. It's straight on to 1, 2, 3 and juniors in this one. So the bronze medalist from Stirling University is Florence Tinsley. Silver medalist from City of Glasgow is Amy Shields. And our gold medalist and Scottish national champion from University of Stirling is Kathleen Dawson. Scottish junior champion from City of Glasgow is Heidi Wren. And the little mementos of winning those to the junior and national champion. So well done, ladies. We'll move on to the last of these two presentations for the men. I'm just trying to work out. I think Logan van der Meulen will be the junior champion. We'll get that confirmed in a wee moment. Bronze medalist from University of Aberdeen Performance is Jamie Ferguson.
The junior champion will be Dean Fern, I think.
A silver medalist from Bath University is Jonathan Adam. Gold medalist, Scottish national champion, and a new Scottish record of 24.83, Edinburgh University's Scott Gibson. Of course, it's not Logan van der Meulen, he was in the B final. Right, Ali, it's Dean Fern is the junior champion from Aberdeen Dolphins. And then to Dean. Both guys got these little mementos. Well, maybe Scott Gibson's not getting one. Maybe they've run out.
I think he's being presented there by Andy Figgins as his former coach. I think Andy's probably checked it.
Yeah, he probably has.
Yeah, he's gone, thanks pal, you're not getting it. You can see that. Andy Figgins, of course, now Scottish Swimming Board member. Has
Swimming Board, yep.
I think 6 or 7 years now. I think he's been a board member.
So we move on to the last of the individual events for this evening. Ladies make their way poolside. This is our fastest heat for the women's 800 metres freestyle. So we have in lane number 9 from City of Glasgow, Caris Moody. In lane 8 from City of Liverpool, Fiona Byrne. And lane 7 from City of Glasgow is Amy Shields. In lane 6 from Edinburgh University's Mary Craig. In 5 from Borough of Stockton is Emma Price. In lane 4 from Stirling University, Michaela Glenister. In lane 3 from Edinburgh University is Sophie Main. In lane 2 from Ards, Julia Kane. In lane 1 from University of Aberdeen Performance, Kaylin Hall. And in lane 0 from Stirling Swimming is Cara Gordon. This is the women's 800 freestyle fastest heat. So 16 lengths of the pool ahead of us. So key to get into a nice steady rhythm in this one, Ali. In the first couple of hundred metres. get that pace nice and steady.
Indeed, and I think Michaela Glenister, she's been in pretty good form this season. So a PB in April, and I think it was the first PB in the event, in this particular event, that she'd swum for a number of years. And again, another example of somebody working through and keeping the faith, and certainly being in much better form over the last season and a half. So good job from her so far. I'd imagine that she'll be the favourite for this event. She goes out in a fairly comfortable 62.8. It looks comfortable anyway.
So she's going off with about a second advantage from Emma Price from the Borough of Stockton, just 15. She's got an entry time of 8:58.18, which is pretty impressive for a 15-year-old, Ali.
Yes, so it's a good swim. I suppose there are others around the country, as in the UK and around the world, that are going a good bit faster than that.
Yep.
But it's a pretty decent once you're under 9 minutes. That's moving in the right direction.
Michaela already looks as though she has this one pretty comfortably and under control as we reach quarter mark, 200 metres. 209.24, so 66.42 for that second 100. Already opened up a gap of around 3 seconds or so from the Irish swimmer Amelia Kane from Ards over in lane 2, who's going well. Emma Price, Mary Craig virtually together in lanes 5 and 6, and vying for third place at the moment. Mary Craig maybe just sneaking into third, just ahead of Emma Price. They're very little between second, third and fourth at the moment. Michaela Glenister looks as though she's settled into something around a 67 or so second pace, so we'd expect something around 3:16.5 at the 300 mark. Yeah. 3:16.47 and 67.23 for that last 100.
And so
It certainly is anybody's for second at the moment.
yeah, but that's probably where the race is. Michaela's looking very comfortable. Again, we're not quite sure how much effort she's put in there. She looked as though she hadn't put that much effort into it, and so that would suggest that she's going to have a strong second half to the race as well. But you never can tell sometimes. She was likely to go through in about 4:24. I mean, that's the 50 just sliding a wee bit on that one. So
Just a wee bit, yeah.
yeah, maybe we've just maybe she's putting a wee bit more effort than we thought that she had. In terms of the race, I don't think she's going to need to worry too much about the rest of the race as she comes through here.
Mary Craig going pretty well now in lane 6. She's I think she's pulled us just possibly into second place. She'd just gone third a moment ago.
Michaela turning a 4:24 there. And it didn't look as though she was immediately just starting to pick up the pace a little bit. As you say.
You see
Like
the pace just
Craig,
slipped a wee bit there from Michaela. 68.30.
But Barry Craig looks as though she's working pretty hard there at the moment. She's come nicely into second place. Swimming from for Edinburgh University, but formerly of Stirling Swim.
Yeah.
Or Stirling AC rather.
Yeah, Mary's now a couple of seconds ahead of Amelia Kane. Emma Price still there or thereabouts in 4th place at 500, 5:32.47.
Well, she definitely looks
just a wee bit faster,
yeah.
67.70.
Definitely looked as though she'd picked up the effort levels there. You can just tell that the stroke's becoming a little bit quicker as well, so the stroke rate's just picking up. And
so we're looking somewhere probably very close to the 850-ish mark here. Maybe just a little bit over the 850 mark for Michaela. It's beginning to pick up again a wee bit more. 33.23. Mary Craig on a 33.87. So Mary Craig pacing maybe just a smidgen over the 9-minute mark for her. 9:05.10, so she might just be inside that pace. So 200 metres to go. 6:39.36. Yes, again a wee bit quicker. 66.89. Just building it over the last couple of hundred, Ali, just to pick up the pace that wee bit more.
yeah, it certainly picked up over the last 200, the last 100 anyways.
Yep.
And it's whether or not she can maintain that now and maybe even just push on a little bit more. Yep, just gradually cranking it up. And maybe, of course, that was the plan overall, after all.
Mary Craig also just beginning to try and pick up again in the closing stages. So come down in about 10 seconds and the bell will be ringing for Michaela, as it will for all the swimmers fairly soon. We're looking for somewhere around 7:45 and a half, 7:46, 7:46.70. Just dropped a wee bit, 67.34. So as I say, somewhere around the low 950s potential finish. Mary Craig around 10 seconds further back, so she's got a potential finish probably around about the 9:03. So 50 to go for Michaela. 8:20.26. Nice strong finish. We'll get her in somewhere around the 8:53-ish mark. Mary Craig, let's say, should get pretty close to 9:03. That's clear 1-2 with looks like maybe Kane is going to hang on for 3rd place, although Emma Price is finishing strongly, and Michaela Glenister comes through 8:53.55. Mary Craig just a little bit over the 9-minute mark. We'll be very pleased with that. It's very, very solid swim. 9:04.71. And Amelia Kane does indeed hang on to take 3rd place. So that result will be confirmed very shortly as the remaining swimmers come in. Caris Mooney in lane 9, as long as she has finished and that result stands, she should be junior champion. She's only junior in that fastest heat, but of course that's subject to what may have happened earlier today. So I'll just take a little note of that. 9:34.03 for Caris. Just check that one out from this morning. So this is on to the men's event. In lane 9, representing City of Peterborough is Daniel. So it's Daniel Moyes. In lane 8 from South Lanarkshire is Jack Simpson. In 7, representing Geary, is Ben McLaughlin. In lane 6, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Cameron Travis. In lane 5, representing Stirling University is Jack Munsey. In 4, representing City of Glasgow, Michael Flynn. In 3, representing Edinburgh University, Arthur Logan. In 2, representing National Centre Limerick, Dennis O'Brien. In 1, representing Derwentsside, Joshua Robinson. And in 0, representing City of Glasgow, Kai Connolly. This is the fastest heat of the men's 800 metres freestyle. So again, 16 lengths ahead of us, Ali.
Indeed, and this race is likely to be a little bit closer than maybe the girls' race was. Certainly in there with Jack Munsey and Michael Flynn and Cameron Travis. They're always,
Yeah, this
quite close competitors. So.
Yeah, there should be a tight contest in this one. So the leader Arthur Logan from Munsey and Flynn.
Well, I don't need to speak, Robert speaking. He's around, so I don't know where he's gone.
So we're coming down towards the 200 metre mark. Jack Munsey and Arthur Logan, they're a little between them. So Munsey just with the advantage, 2:02.37. 11 hundredths and Michael Flynn between them.
Yep, and
all of them still look pretty relaxed.
They are. I mean, Jack Munsey's a 350, 400 freestyler, that sort of range. So if he's going out and 406, 407, then he should be relatively comfortable. I want to say relatively comfortable. I'm sure it's swimming at 406s, but for him, anyways. But he looks as though he's managing to keep pretty steady on the pace at the moment, which is good to see.
Michael Flynn won't want that gap to open up very much more. Munsey's looking pretty strong at this early stage. 3:05.49. So 63.12 for that split. Just beginning to open up a slight gap between Arthur Logan, Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn's still just on the shoulder of Logan. There's a wee bit work to do to just try and stick with Munsey at this early stage. 31.24 for that split. Logan 32.11, 32.33 for Flynn. And a gap just increasing a wee bit further. So looking somewhere maybe around the 4:09 mark at the halfway mark. .408 and a half. Good split 63.04. So settling into a nice steady rhythm, Ali.
Yeah, he certainly looks comfortable, and even just as he turned there into the second 400, he looked as though there was a wee concerted effort to just try and pick things up a little bit. And sometimes when you're just trying to pick it up a little bit, that's the bit that kind of sustains your pace. So let's see what we get.
Cameron Travis not that far back on Logan and Flynn.
Yeah, I'd expect Travis to come through a little bit towards the back end. I saw him in the first couple of hundred. He was trailing his legs. He's got a very good leg kick, so maybe he's saving that a little bit towards the back end of the race. Although you'd have to use them quite a lot to catch up with Jack at the moment.
5:11 and a half or thereabouts would be another 63. Well, just a wee bit slower. 5:12.01. 63.48. But at the moment, it's good enough to continue pulling away from the rest of the field. Cameron Travis has now got past Michael Flynn. I want to just try and pick up that pace a wee bit more and try and close on Arthur Logan. 36 and 32.64, both of their last 50 splits. Logan and Travis virtually swimming at a similar pace now. About 3 seconds to make up. Cameron Travis, he's got to put something in extra special with just a shade over 200. 6:15 or thereabouts should be the split. 60-17. So that's been the slowest. 63.75 for Munsey. I don't think he's under any real pressure now.
Yeah, I think mentally that's when it's just starting to hurt a wee bit now, and that's when he's got to get his mind focused on trying to keep things, keep his technique in place, keep his effort there.
Michael Flynn's not done yet. He's trying to come back at Cameron Travis.
He's a tough swimmer, tough cookie is Michael Flynn, so you'll not be given an inch, that's for sure.
It's all about third place. Michael Flynn is 0.2 ahead of Cameron Travis. Jack Munsey will come down and hear the bell very, very shortly. And with 100 to go, 7:19.63. Well, pace is maybe just dropped this last couple of hundred, but he's done more than enough to take this one. Arthur Logan looks as though he's relatively safe now in second. The race is all about third place, and Michael Flynn has edged significantly clear of Cameron Travis now in third, and he might actually fancy his chances of a second place here. He's not totally out of it. Just over 3 seconds behind Arthur Logan with 100 to go. Well, that gap is significantly lower. It's about 2 seconds, but Logan I think has just got a wee bit extra down the final stretch. Jack Munsey is going to finish this race pretty strongly. 8:20.61, just a fraction over that. 8:21.60. Great race. Good swim from Jack. Arthur Logan just hangs on to take second. 8:31.42, and Michael Flynn 8:31.81. Has to settle for third place.
Yep, Jack Ramsey controlled that race from start to finish, really. Really the race was first, second and third, wasn't it? It's always quite funny, isn't it, when you get down to the last few metres of an 800 and there's 0.4 of a second between them. So good racing, but Michael Flynn showing a bit of heart down that last 50. Hunting down Arthur Logan, but Arthur had done just enough.
Just enough
to finish in second place there. So good job from him.
Just waiting for Kai Connolly to finish off, and Kai finishes the race, and important he does, because I think again that will be subject to confirmation. He may well be the junior champion. Well, 9:29.09 might well be Ewan Weir from Dundee City Aquatics on a 9:12.84 earlier on, who will be our junior champion. That will have to be checked by our officials. I think that will be the case, Ali. So more presentations. That's the women's and men's butterfly. Bronze medalist from Stirling Swimming, Coca Croxford. Silver medalist representing Edinburgh University is Ciara Slauson. And our gold medalist and Scottish National Open champion representing University of Stirling is Kiana McInnes. A Scottish Junior champion also on the podium from Stirling Swimming is Coca Croxford. I think you were right, Ali. I think Ali Figgins kept the other one.
He's smuggled it off.
Yes.
See it arriving on eBay soon.
So we will welcome the men's 1, 2, 3. So the bronze medalist representing South Lanarkshire is Scott Fleming. Silver medalist from Edinburgh University is Callum Rose. And the gold medalist and Scottish National Champion from University of Aberdeen Performance is Tom Bealey. And our Scottish Junior Champion from Swim West Lothian is Callum Sinclair. Mementos to the guys. That concludes that set of presentations. One more set of presentations to finish the session, but this is a bit of fun to finish with, Ali. Mixed, really. This is the fastest heat. So this is a mixed 4x100 relay. So going in 9.
representing Stirling Swimming. Their B team are Murray Dixon. Stirling A team go in A. Dear Van den Molen in lane 7. National Centre Limerick. Neri Irwin will set them off in lane 6. University of Aberdeen Performance with Jamie Ferguson for them. In lane 5 is the University of Stirling B team with Katie Shanahan. In lane 4, representing University of Stirling A team, it will be Kathleen Dawson. In lane 3, the University of Stirling C team with Zach Speakman. In lane 2, University of Stirling D team, Florence Tinsley. In lane 1, University of Stirling E team. We'll stop with the E team, no F team. It's lane 0, Aberdeen Dolphins with Madison Christophers. Lauren Bradley Holt for University of Stirling E will go for them. Let's start one out. So A, B, C, D and E teams for Stirling University.
Well, it's a Stirling takeover, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got Stirling swimming twice as well, so...
But the University deciding probably not to have a bash.
Well, it's good to see the University of Stirling supporting these really events. It's spot on.
So off to a very strong start in lane 3. Zach Speakman. Of course, they can swim 2 guys first, 2 girls first, or mix it up. So it's no guarantee that the first one leading at halfway is going to be the ultimate winner. A lot of tactics to come in this one.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this race, though, isn't it? Is that you can swim it in any order. The lead's likely to change and will change as we go through the race. And that's what it makes it so exciting. We saw that in the Olympic Games in Japan. It was exactly like that. Kathleen Dawson, part of that world record team from GB. Super exciting, and I hope more and more countries are taking it seriously now. And when there's an Olympic gold medal at stake, well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So as we have Rory Dixon now for Stirling C. Well clear. George Smith in lane 4 for the A team. Duncan Scott for the B team in 5. Nothing between those two. At the moment, it's looking good for the C team. So going in for their C team will be Lucy Grieve. The A team will have Kiana McInnes, Evan Jones for the B team.
And a big stretch there from Rory Dixon. He looked as though he was on his knees there. But of course, in that C team, they've got 2 girls going in next. And then the other 2 teams have got a male and a female still to go as well. So the race is on.
Well, Lucy Grieve with a lot to do. Evan Jones for the B team. Kiana McInnes for the A team. So the C team, the B team and the A team. It's position at the moment. Lucy Grieve will hand over to Lucy Hope. The Evan Jones will hand over to Evie Davis, so that could be a very, very tight finish between those two. It's a question of Kiana McInnes handing over to Jack McMillan, who's got a lot to do. Well, this could be a very tight finish between the B and C team. Evie Davis has less than a second over Lucy Hope.
Don't discount
Jack McMillan. No, Jack McMillan has a fair bit to do, but he's making some headway now. Evie Davis. And for Team B, Team C, Lucy Hope, Jack McMillan. The A team, can the A team pull something strong out? Coming back very strongly. They're now a very close third. They've gone into second, and I think they've just got this ticked off perfectly. Jack McMillan for the A team, the B team with Evie Davis, and there'll be the C team with Lucy Hope, who just beats the B team. Well, they got the timing's pretty good.
You'd almost thought they'd planned that.
3:52.69, 3:53.28, 3:53.53. So the Aberdeen Dolphins team over on the far side. We'll complete that for us.
I'll be here in the morning and stuff. I'll catch you then. What are you up to? What are you up to? Yeah. Alright. And who's got stayed in the gas? Alright. See you in a bit.
So we now move on to just check that. McMillan, Lucy Hope and Evie Davis pulling that through. So that concludes the fastest heat for the mixed 4x100 medley relay.
What a great way to finish, actually. Really good. It was lovely to see. University of Stirling had a broad range of teams in there as well, but really planned it nicely across their A, B and C teams, and made for a great race at the end.
Yep. So just wait for that to be checked as far as junior teams. Junior team will come possibly from what we had earlier today. Three presentations just to finish the session. That's the women's 800 free, men's 100 free, and the one we've just had. So last presentations will be underway very shortly. That was another good finish to finish us off for this evening, Ali.
Yeah, really good. And I mean, I think loads of people love the relays, and especially when you see something like that when Jack McMillan comes in, 10, 11, 12 metres behind, and he manages just to bring it back, and you've got him racing against his teammate Lucy Hope there for a really tight finish. So fantastic fun as well.
Yeah. So this is the presentation for the women's 800 metres freestyle. So bronze medalist from Ards, Amelia Kane. The silver medalist from Edinburgh University is Mary Craig. Our gold medalist and Scottish Open champion from University of Stirling is Michaela Glenister. And our Scottish national champion is Mary Craig from University of Edinburgh. And our junior champ is Caris Mooney from the city of Glasgow. So move on to the final men's presentation. That's the men's 800 metre freestyle. So the bronze medalist representing the city of Glasgow, it's Michael Flynn. silver medalist representing Edinburgh University is Arthur Logan. And our gold medalist and Scottish National Open champion from Stirling University, Jack Munsey. Just coming back to the junior champion, it was Oscar Chinsa from Geary being presented with the junior award in that last one. So just the relays to come. Oh, I know it's a Stirling 1, 2, 3. It's just a question of who is the junior team that won that one.
I think that may well have come from this morning or this afternoon.
Yeah, it came from this afternoon. Yeah. I suspect it might have been the team from Aberdeen Dolphins. But we'll get that confirmed very, very shortly. Just maybe trying to find the juniors perhaps before we get that final presentation done. Yeah, we have the Aberdeen Dolphin team who took part in that last event. They finished last of the 10, but they're actually the 11th because their junior team beat them out. So moving on to the presentation, the bronze medalists are the Stirling University B team. They are Katie Shanahan, Duncan Scott, Evan Jones and Evie Davis. The silver medalists are the Stirling University C team, Zach Speakman, Rory Dixon, Lucy Grieve and Lucy Hope. The gold medalists are the Scottish national champions from Stirling University. They are Kathleen Dawson, George Smith, Canna McInnes and Jack McMillan. I believe that was a new Scottish club record, I think. And I think the Aberdeen Dolphins junior team will need to get presented shortly.
Yep, it's getting pretty packed up here.
Not a lot of room there. So there we are. Their junior team are Dean Fern, Connor Christophorus, Kirsty Breakin and Ilsa Clubb. So just a final photo shoot. And that's us, I think, just about done and dusted, Ali. That concludes the session for this evening. We're back tomorrow, 8:55, so thanks very much. So from Robert Taylor and from Ali White, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you back on live stream tomorrow.
We'll see. Good night, everybody.